man. So apparently Cassie has asked the judge to deny Diddy bond, which they did, and his family put up $1 million in bond into a sentencing. I don't quite remember when they said he could be sentenced. This should be soon. He facing 10 years for the 2 counts that he got, or seen as lesser counts. Basically tricking. You gotta remember, Jack Johnson too was, caught for sex trafficking. Yes, the heavyweight champion of the world from Galveston, Texas. I think he was the first black heavyweight champion of the world, because he was, sleeping with white women and took them across state lines and had sex. And we all know that Cassie, who admitted to being a willing participant, and we knew 50 Cent baby mama, who was a willing participant. So now, if you trick, you're in danger of going to jail. Now, if you fly a girl in, you're in danger of going into jail. And I told y'all, these prostitutes, man, that's why it's dangerous messing with prostitutes. And prostitute may not even be just a prostitute. Like, okay, we understand the prostitutes that sell it at face value. Then you got the prostitutes that indirectly said, oh, you do this, do that for me. Then you got the prostitutes. Then you kind of got the prostitutes where they don't know they prostitutes. But, well, like I said, nonetheless, when you do now, it's, you ain't going to be able to trick. And I ain't never been an advocate of tricking. Only time I advocate tricking, and if you a virgin and you just can't get none, well, just go buy it to see what it's like. But I don't advocate it. And remember, even these women that sell it on face card value, they're gonna play victim. You a victim. You're gonna play victim. They gonna say victim to save their own ass. You gotta understand, Cassie was helping them orchestrate this shit. She should have been on trial for her freedom as well too. But like I said, in this society, somebody that's running this society has a problem against masculinity and heterosexual men, and only men or males can give the power to destroy somebody in this society. So the very misandrous that we are talking about are men. I say that all the time. Now, do I think, Diddy should answer for his crimes? Absolutely. I'm an advocate for that. I don't think he's guilty for this. In this situation, I don't think he's guilty. They was all willing to give, flew out for that. Now, 50 Cent baby mama that he had with Marquis' mother, the one that he beefed with, said that the Filipino chick, Jane Doe, we allege that's her, she was a call girl. She said that girl was a call girl. Her words, not mine. Allegedly, she was a call girl. So he tried to say the chick off the blade, right? But my thing is this. Until y'all start holding women accountable, it ain't gonna never nothing happen. Women do things to y'all, and accountability is not what Mystical did, where, if y'all don't know how Mystical ended up in jail because a woman stole something from, I think it was money. So instead of calling the law, because he knew he wouldn't get his money back, they took the cookies. You know what I'm saying? They took the cookies from her out the cookie jar, and she claimed grape soda, right? That's how he went to jail. She never got in trouble for stealing money, and he figured, like, if I call the police on her, I ain't gonna never get my money regardless, and she ain't gonna do no real time. But that's where it starts at. Having women take accountability starts with you, the common man. The man, rapper, machine operator, forklift operator, CEO, small business owner, car dealer, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. Maintenance man, it starts with you. So when these women come busting out your windows, call the police. When they go upside your head, call the police. Call the police, get you some cameras, save receipts, press charges, show up to court. Because the only way women gonna start taking accountability if y'all start holding accountable. Hold your daughters accountable. Make them understand that there's consequences for repercussions and they can't get away with things. You must pay. Flat out. That's the way it gotta be. So we have to start holding these women accountable. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. I remember it was a young brother on the internet a couple years ago. His woman got mad at him because he went to the club, so he poisoned her dog. She poisoned his dog and killed it. He was fucking heartbroken. Call the police, have her get sent to jail. You have to start showing up to court, pressing charges, all that shit, dog. Because if we don't hold these women accountable, the system is not gonna hold them accountable. And that's my flat out thing. Accountability starts with the men. A lot of these dudes, they deal with these prostitutes. These prostitutes tie them up, rob them. They take the L in silence, bro. So many times women have done the dirtiest things to men, and men just take it and they don't say anything. Time to start fighting back. The system ain't gonna be accountable. You can be a crackhead as a mother, and they still reward the child to you. So at the end of the day, we got to take it into our own hands. And this ain't obviously aimed at the good women. It's not aimed at the good women who don't rush to call the police or cry dazzle in distress that want the children in the father's life, that want to be under a man's leadership. This ain't to y'all. It's for these scandalous hoes. But he's guilty. You know, I said this and I don't want to really sound redundant, but everybody don't see every video. He's guilty of being a greedy fuck. That, more than anything. He's guilty of being greedy. You know, he's guilty of being greedy. That's exactly what it is. He's greedy. Had he paid people and not been shady and did right by people and did good business practices and not try to rob people for their bread, he'd have got all that good faith and goodwill he put out. He would have got it back. That's all the negativity that he got. Being greedy, not paying people, snaking people, not letting their second album be as good as it should have been. That's on him. He deserved what he got going. I think he's innocent of these charges, but he's a shitty person. So at the end of the day, it don't matter, you know, the way a wagers of sin, it doesn't matter. Once you get to a certain wager, it is what it is. And I just think he's a terrible person. Just based on how he treated his musical acts, how he treated people around him. And it's one thing to be shrewd and tough when we start talking about being a tough businessman. We understand if you want to run a company, you got to keep your foot on the whole neck. You know what I'm saying? You got to be shrewd. Anybody that been in any type of position of leadership, do you understand? Like, you got to lay the law down. You got to be tough. You can't let everybody slide. You know? You can't let everybody slide. And I just feel that Diddy, man, he got what he got. He got what he got coming back to him. He got what he got coming to him. Regardless if he innocent by the letter of the law, he's a shitty person. But, you know, y'all better be careful. When you dealing with these prostitutes in a minute, they going to be crying 5 years later. Oh, he did this, he did that to me. He did this and he did that. They going to be crying saying that shit too. They going to have a story to tell. They going to go back and say, oh, I mean, I wasn't the winner. I didn't know any better. And they going to go back and say that too. And had he, you know, paid Cassie to go, you know, Cassie want to run off with the personal trainer, which he was a celebrity personal trainer, which in a lot of people opinion believe that allegedly that Diddy blackballed him where they couldn't make no money. Had he just said, you know what, you stuck with me all these years, here you go. Here go 10, 15, 20 million. Fuck it. And what she really was mad for, and I don't understand why they don't never see this. When you're dealing with guys like that, look how he did Kim Porter. What make you think, why would you think you could be any different than her? Replace Kim Porter with you, replace you with Young Miami. What you gonna do, think he gonna do with Young Miami? Replace her with something younger, a newer model. I don't know why women just think they pussy is just so much different and better and they're more superior. Women are very narcissistic, if that's a word. They're narcissists. They really think they're better than what they are. You ever hear a girl that talk about another girl, how unattractive that girl is, but that girl look better than her? You'd be like, dude, what are you talking about? Real shield. They think they vagina or they sauce is so special. I'm here to tell you that it's not. It's not. Most women, sex is not superior than the next woman. Every once in now and again, you come across a woman with a fire ass box. You know what I'm saying? Once every now and again, you come with a woman, you know, with that's few far in between, bro. Most of y'all are average in bed at best. And what's in between your legs is not fantastic to make up for your average performance in the bed. I said it. Every blue moon, you find a woman that's just like she can just lay there so fire. Every blue that's in this, and usually those are attached to women you have no business even being in the same room with. So that's what I find funny. Like y'all think y'all ain't, no matter how pretty y'all ass, no, it's interchangeable, bro. Now they buying hips, ass, titties, face, cheeks, jaws, lips. So for the most part, she wrote a letter. They denied him bond. He facing 10 years. We'll see what the sentence and say. Because he'll be a danger to others if he get out. You know what I'm saying? He getting out at some point. So, but check out the current news playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link in the description. Follow me everywhere. Peace.